Are you an organ donor? Have you ever thought about becoming an organ donor? A lot of people don't even think about becoming one. Over 100,000 people are in need of an organ donation, but many of these never find a suitable donor or a second chance at life. Many people are afraid to become donors because they are misinformed on the entire process. Being an organ donor is an amazing decision. There are only a few steps for applying to become a donor, but many lives to be saved in exchange. My sister was one of those lives that was changed by an organ donor. More than 12,000 men, women, and children currently need an organ transplant. Every 10 minutes, another name is added to the National Organ Transplant waiting list. An average of 18 people die every day from the lack of organs available for transplants. In 2013, there were 14,257 donors, resulting in 28,952 organ donations. There are so many people in need of transplants, but very seldom do they get the call that a suitable donor has been found. Just one organ donor can save 8 lives and therefore change the lives of more than 50 different people. So many people are not donors because they are misinformed. People believe that when an organ donor, their death certificate will be signed before they are actually deceased. That is false because only after all efforts to save the patient's life have been exhausted, tests are performed to confirm the absence of brain or stem activity, and brain death has been declared, is donation possible. Being devout in your religion does not mean that organ donation is out of the question. In many religions, including Roman Catholicism, Islam, most branches of Judaism, and most Protestant faiths, it is accepted. If you're still hesitant, ask a member of your clergy. Another reason people do not donate is because they think that their organs will not be able to be donated. People think that their organs are too old to be used. Little do people know, not only internal organs such as kidneys, pancreas, liver, lungs, heart, and intestinal organs be given, but also the body's biggest organ, the skin, can be donated. Donors can even have open casket funerals. Organ donation does not cost the donor or their family any money. When applying to become a donor, only a few steps will need to be taken. While getting your driver's license, check yes to becoming an organ donor. You can also go online to your state registry and apply. The most important thing is that you tell your family about your decision. Losing a loved one is very hard for family members, and deciding to donate their deceased loved one's organs can be a stressful process. But if the family is aware of the deceased wishes, the stress of the decision can be avoided altogether, and the deceased wishes will be fulfilled. Medical and social history is required at the time of the death for an organ donor, and the closest family member will be responsible for this information. My sister, Shelby, was severely burned on April 18th of 2011. She had third-degree burn on her entire leg, second on her right hand and forearm, and first and second degree on her face. Once rushed to the hospital, we were informed that she would need skin grafts because of the severity of her burns. She received skin from a generous donor, resulting in her hand and forearm to heal tremendously. On her leg, she received cadaver or pig skin. She also had skin grafts from her own skin. The doctor took 2 3x6 slivers of skin and meshed them to cover her mid-thigh to her foot. It was amazing to see how they could take a 3x6 piece of skin and stretch it to cover her entire leg. I took a survey, and only about 30% of employees at a business were organ donors. When asked why the other 70% were not donors, the majority of them said that they did not know how to become one, or they just never thought about it. Is this a reason that people should die each day because of no transplant? No. I would like to encourage you to become an organ donor, and to talk to your friends and family to encourage them to become organ donors also. Even going to renew your license. Ask someone in charge if they properly inform their clients on where to sign to become an organ donor. Helping someone not only makes him or her feel better, but it also makes you feel better. Are you an organ donor? Do you wish wish to become an organ donor? Why not save a life and become an organ